Welcome to Manchester Luxury Week. Good to see you again, Jamil.
Good to see you, Grace.
Just refresh our followers who you are and what you do.
My name's Jamil Fatani. I basically work for JF Hairdressing, which I founded, and we've branched out into doing hairstyling and also image consultancy.
Talk a little bit about your history, how you got into it. And
It's quite strange how I got into it. I started out through normal roads, basically through working in hairdressers, barbershops, that kind of thing. And it's also I got recommended to work with Manchester City Football Club, the players, through a friend. And what happened there is I developed a relationship with them to style their hair, cut their hair. Progressing from that, it basically went on to styling the guys as well. So we worked on some of the image of them, the way that they dress, putting haircuts together, with clothes as well.
oh wow, that's really different. Are you intimidated by styling a footballer? What's the philosophy behind it? Do they need to be guided? Because it is another world, really.
It is another world, but at the same time, what tends to happen is, I think a lot of it is the way that you dress yourself, and they see this and they ask, Jamil, where did you get that jacket from? Where did you get those shoes from? And because you give them advice on it and saying, well, I would put this together with that, and I would put this with that, they tend to listen to you more. I never force the issue of you should be wearing this, you should be wearing that. What we do is we try and work around something that they're comfortable with. But to be honest, no, I don't feel intimidated. I feel quite flattered that they actually ask my advice.
Hairdressing is huge on men's style fashion, hairstyles. Can we talk about what's popular within the city of Manchester,
Yes.
if there's such a thing?
There is. Manchester is quite diverse in the way that it styles itself. I would say probably some of the leading haircuts at the moment is the quiff, which doesn't seem to go out of fashion. You've also got the buzz cuts, which are coming back because the weather's so warm now. So that's relatively, it's just a short haircut.
Right.
And also the mod styles, believe it or not. Manchester's very big into the mod scene in certain areas of Manchester. So that haircut seems to be developing here. I'm sure it'll follow suit in other cities as well.
Are the guys on the street here dictated by the footballer's hairstyle, would you say, or is it the other way around?
I would say to a certain point, yeah, the younger generation are probably the 15 to 18, 19-year-olds. An example is when was it now? 2012, I did Sergio Aguero's hair for him. That haircut became quite iconic, and it was on the cover of his autobiography.
Wow.
So I was brought in to obviously develop a style for him. He liked the style. He used the haircut on the cover of the magazine, the cover of his book,
Yep.
which I felt quite flattered that my haircut was actually used and it went worldwide. And I'm sure that obviously it was used around the world as well, which was quite nice, to be honest.
Can we ask what's currently trending in the world of football and hairstyles at the moment?
Do you know what? It changes so quickly. So quickly.
Well, let's narrow it to Manchester City then, I guess.
Okay. Manchester City, I would say very short haircuts on the side. Very, very short. They tend to like to leave a little bit on top and just kind of keep it that ruffled look. Quite urban, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me think. This is a nice, fresh interview. What else can we ask? It's renowned that footballers are superstitious and hence ask for particular odd things. Would hairstyles be one of the? Would that fit the description too?
I think some of them are superstitious, but I think we all are in some respect. But I think obviously if you're on a winning streak, things go right for you. It's like if you go out at night and you feel good within yourself and you've worn that outfit, you wear it again. It's probably the same with the footballers. If they get a haircut, they score a goal or they've played well or things went well for them that day, they'll think, okay, let's do exactly the same as before, let's get the same haircut, let's dress the same. So I think it works for everybody in that respect, really.
I know when my husband has his hair cut, and if I like it, I comment, and if I don't. So do the wags kind of get involved in what they wear too? Or?
To a point, yeah. I think a lot of the relationships are that they always try and look their best for their better half, should we say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say to a percentage of it, yeah, it is probably a women's influence on that side of things as well.
Manchester Tourism sponsored us in this week. What's some top tips, or what, Manchester City, what is it to you? Now I'm talking about the city, Manchester.
Okay, Manchester City, the club. Okay. Manchester to me, it's developing so fast. There's such a big injection of money coming into the city now. You've got major hotels here, restaurants, you've got fine dines. A while ago there was, I think it was when was it now? 90, don't quote me on this, but I think it was 96 was the bomb. And they regenerated the whole of Manchester. Now once they did that, obviously other companies started to come back in because it was a new development. The restaurants now, you have such a varied choice. You have Chinese, Indian, Greek, Arabic. One time you only had one or two major restaurants. Now you have leading players, which is great. It's fantastic for the city, fantastic for the people. And the revenue that it's bringing in, tourism, amazing.
Let's talk about your hairstyle for the moment.
Okay, it's different. Very different.
Are there products moisturisers you use on your head? Like, what's your kind of routine?
Do you know what, Gracie? It's quite funny because when people see me, they always say to me, how can you cut hair? And I say to them, why wouldn't I be able to cut hair? And it's more a case of everybody expects their hairdresser to have hair and to have this fashion iconic haircut. That's what society expects of people. Who says it's right and who says it's wrong? As regards to my hair, I just basically shave it with a pair of clippers, keep it short, tidy, neat. Moisturisers, I just use a simple moisturiser for my face. Nothing glamorous, nothing fancy. Just as long as I look clean and tidy, that's the most important thing.